somewhere. We're not gonna need it quite yet, but we're gonna use it for almost the whole thing, so have it close. And we'll just start with some of our knee hugs, because this feels good, especially before we do some step-ups. So we'll just do some nice slow knee hugs in place. So nice to see so much sunshine in my face and in everybody's little screen. All right, and then next we're gonna do just some pull your ankle back to your butt, nice and slow, switching when you want. You can even get a little tiptoe as you pull. And that nice good quad stretch before we do lots of step-ups. All right, and then now we're gonna take your ankle and pull it up to the front, and you're kind of pulling it up across, so your knee is coming across your body as you pull up. All right, and then next we'll just do some inchworms, walking out to a plank, and then walking your hands back to your feet. And just like everything else, we'll just do a few of these. And then this time we're gonna kind of stay out in that plank, and then we're gonna push, or it's more of like a down dog, so you can walk your hands a little bit closer to your feet. And then you're gonna take and tap right hand, left heel, left hand, right heel. And we'll do some of these down dog alternating heel taps. And same thing, just doing a few, kind of getting moving a little bit, just stretching out. All right, then you can go ahead and come back up to standing, and we'll just do a few squats. Just dropping your hips down between your legs, chest up, knees out. Same thing, just moving at your pace, kind of taking your time, thinking about your breath, keeping your shoulder blades down and back, chest up, knees out as you squat. All right, we'll just do a couple more. Okay, and you can go ahead and find your step and find your weight. And we're gonna kind of just like increase your pace as you go through each of these different little sets. And so this next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go for 1 minute, and you're just gonna do some reps for that minute, you know, it doesn't matter how many. And we're gonna do our staggered stance, no weight, kind of RDL, these little like turtle herders, or walking deadlifts where you got that staggered stance, and you can do them kind of walking if you want, where you're alternating each foot with each step. But either way, we're just gonna go for a minute. Ready, set, go. Start. Again, just doing some of those, and you can do them walking or just like alternating in place. We just got that staggered stance. Hinge. Trying to keep your back flat as much as possible. And you can do these in place or walking. Trying to keep both legs pretty straight, like a soft bend in that back knee. But both legs are actually pretty straight because we're doing that hinge. And we're gonna go for 30 seconds more. And again, just moving at your own pace. Nice and slow to get moving this morning if you like. Or maybe you feel ready and you want to do more reps. That's fine too. All right, and we're gonna take the next 10 seconds, kind of shake it out and grab your weight. And we're gonna hold it at your chest. And we're gonna go back to those squats. Ready, set, go. And again, we'll do about a minute of just some goblet squats. Keeping your chest up, shoulder blades down and back. Dropping your butt between your legs. Again, we're just gonna keep cruising with some squats, as many as you feel. All right, we'll take like the next 10 seconds to kind of set your weight down. Shake it out a little bit if you like, and then we're gonna go to our step-ups. And we're gonna do 1 minute of our step-ups as well. Ready, set, go. Just stepping up onto your step and then back down. If you don't have a step, you could do lunges. Or you could do the one where we start on your knees and then you come up to standing. I'll show you a couple of those if you want. So you're on your knees and then you just come up to standing. So it's almost like you're doing a step up onto the floor. That could be an option if you don't have a step. But we're gonna do about 30 more seconds of these step ups. Three, 2, 1, and now we're gonna go back to that single leg staggered RDL with no weight, just a nice little stretch to those hamstrings. You can move in at a pace that you feel. We're gonna do 3 rounds of this. This is the beginning of round 2. And next we're gonna do the goblet squats in 10 seconds. So you can kind of transition to your weight if you like. And then we're gonna pin it to your chest. 3, 2, 1, we'll do some squats. Again, keeping that chest up, feet flat on the floor. And just doing as many reps as you like. More seconds. Ten more seconds. And again, we're gonna go to the step-ups next, so if you want to kind of transition over there. 3, 2, 1, stepping up. And again, we're still kind of warming up, so definitely no need to be going super fast on any of this. Just kind of starting to get moving for today. More seconds, and then we go back to those little turtle herders. Three, two, one. Take a step and reach for the ground. Last round of this part, and for the rest of the workout today, we're going to actually do more series of this same kind of format where we do every minute a different movement through 3 movements for 3 rounds. So we're going to kind of try to keep moving at this similar pace for the rest of the day, but we'll take breaks between each one to kind of go over what's next and catch our breath to get a little real break in. But just kind of setting the pace for the rest of the workout today at the end of this format. More seconds. And goblet squats are next. 3, 2, 1. And again, just try to keep moving for the minute, not necessarily super fast. And then setting the tone for the rest of these EMOMs that will be able to just kind of keep moving through at a pace that you choose. More seconds. More seconds, and we'll go back to our step. 3, 2, 1. Step ups. More seconds. More seconds. We'll take a little break after this. 3, 2, 1. We'll take a little break. Maybe grab a sip of your water. And so we'll do another 9 minutes with 3 different movements. So 1 minute each for 3 rounds. And this first one is going to be the same movement, staggered stance, RDL, but we're going to hold weight. And so you can hold one weight in 2 hands, and again, you're like hinging forward, and you're just doing these, and we'll do 30 seconds with your right leg forward, or this is my left leg, 30 seconds with your left leg forward, and then we'll switch and do 30 seconds with your right leg forward or your other leg forward. You could also opt to hold 2 weights at your side if you want, if you'd rather. And that would be fine too, but we're still gonna do 30 seconds, one leg, and then switch 30 seconds on the other leg. Oh my gosh, the sun is making it really hot I'm here. And then the second movement is going to be a swing. And so you can choose, again, depending on what your weight is. If you have that item that you've got 2 hands on it, we'll just do a 2-hand swing and swinging it up to eye level. And we'll do that for 1 minute. Or if your weight is lighter and you would like, you could do a 1-arm swing. And we'll do 30 seconds on your right. So we're not alternating, trying to do as many as you can on that one side. Not twisting, keeping your midline tight so you're staying square. And then we'll switch and do 30 seconds on the other side. Getting that pop from your hips, standing up fast. And then you're gonna keep your weight just at your side for our step-ups. And we're gonna alternate steps, but you're gonna keep the weight on that one side. And then we'll switch the weight to the other side at 30 seconds. So we'll do 30 seconds per side on the suitcase step-up. Okay, and those will be our 3 movements, and we'll do 3 rounds, 1 minute each. And again, just moving as you feel through each one. Are there questions about that part? Okay. You can always yell at me if something comes up.
Chardy.
Yeah.
I can't do step-ups.
Yeah.
Just do the knee ones.
Yeah, you could do the kneeling to standing. That's a good question though. That's gonna be hard with the weight at your side. Depending on what weight you have, you know, your kettlebell would be like kind of below you, but you could still kind of grip it as best you can and hold it at your side as you come back down. And if your weight doesn't fit, if you can't hold it while you do those, especially like out in front, it would be pretty tough, then you could do lunge steps. And then you can still hold it at your side and do the lunge steps. And then you could do all the lunges, or I'm sorry, keeping it, alternating steps with your lunges and then switching sides.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, you can decide which works best for you. Okay. And so we'll start, and it starts with that staggered stance deadlift again. Ready, set, go. And so again, we're gonna do 30 seconds on this one side, and then we'll switch to the other side. Three, 2, 1, switch legs. Ten more seconds. And next is going to be the swings. 3, 2, 1. And again, 1 arm swing if you like, or 2 arms. Three, 2, 1, switch sides if you're switching. Otherwise, we're halfway. Ten more seconds. We'll transition to our step-ups. 3, 2, 1. And loading that weight on one side, if you can. And just trying to stay square and in control. Your weight is full of water and you don't want it to spill. 3, 2, 1. We'll switch sides, or 30 more seconds. And so it's really not about how many of these step-ups you do. It's about how little water you spill out of your weight. Staying steady and in control, keeping that midline tight. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. And we're gonna go back to that staggered stance deadlift. On that first side, which I always do my left first, I don't know why. Three, 2, 1, switch feet. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna go to those swings. Three, 2, 1, switch. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Step ups. Get nice control on these step ups. And alternate that leading leg each rep. Three, 2, 1. Switch arms, or 30 more seconds. Three, 2, 1. Staggered stance deadlift. Last round of this stuff. Three, 2, 1. Switch legs. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Go to the swings. My hands are sweaty. 2, 1. Switch hands. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Step ups. Three, 2, 1. Switch hands. Three, 2, 1. Rest. Okay, we'll take a little break before we move on to the next one. And so for the next round, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to keep that staggered stance, but this time we're going to do a bent row. And so you can do the staggered stance, 2 hands on your weight, and you're just going to pull it up to your chest. And then again, we'll switch legs, hinging forward, back flat, slight bend in your knees. And then we'll switch and do bent row on the other side. And if you want, you can do those with one arm if it makes better sense for you and your weight. Just use the arm of the leg that's back, so your arm's not really interfering with that forward leg, if you want to do one arm. And then the second minute, rather than a swing, we're going to do a clean plus a squat. And so you can do 2 hands on your item, clean plus squat. Or if you want, you can do a 1 arm, clean plus squat. And we'll do 30 seconds on that side, clean plus squat. And for your clean, just get your weight below your knee. It doesn't have to go all the way to the floor. And then for your step up, you could do 2 hands on your weight, front rack, step up. And this would be for 1 minute. Or you could do 1 arm, front rack, squeezing that weight to your chest, not resting it on your shoulder. Squeezing it to your chest. Rib cage down, midline tight, stepping up. Again, nice and slow and steady. Don't spill any of the water in your weight. 30 seconds per side. Same thing, 3 rounds. 1 minute per movement. Any questions? Ready to keep moving? And yeah, each minute it's up to you to just kind of work and rest at your pace, maybe slow and steady, or maybe a couple quick ones and then a break, whatever you feel. Okay, so it's gonna start with that staggered stance bent row. In 3, 2, 1, go. And again, 1 hand or 2, it's really up to you. Three, 2, 1, switch feet. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. And next is going to be that squat plus clean. 2 hands on your item if you want, or 1. I'm going to use these guards for my kettlebell because I'm a baby. I guess clean plus squat is what I meant. Three, 2, 1, rest. Or switch, sorry. Sometimes I say rest and that's not what I mean. It's rude. But I think you knew. 30 more seconds. 15 now, actually. Three, 2, 1. You're gonna leave that front rack for your step up. Nice and slow and steady. Squeezing that weight to your chest. Three, 2, 1. Switch arms. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. And we're back to that bent row in the staggered stance. Three, 2, 1, switch. Whew. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Clean plus squat. Three, 2, 1, switch. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Front rack step ups. And switch. the top. Staggered stance bent row. Last round for this one. Three, two, one, switch. Seconds. Whew. 3, 2, 1. Clean. And squat. Whew. 3, 2, 1, switch. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Front rack. Step up. Last minute till we take a little break. Stay in control. Nice and tight. Three, two, one. Switch arms. Three, two, one. Rest. Whew. My back. Nice job, everybody. Take a quick break and then we'll do one more version of it.
Thanks, Chardy. I got a balance, but
So happy to see you.
that was hard, Chardy. Thanks. I gotta go too.
Oh yeah, great, good to see you. All right, those of you who want to join for the last part, we're gonna do, I'm gonna use a lighter weight for this part, and I'll show you some options for if you don't have a lighter weight to use, but we're gonna do some stuff overhead. And I think some of y'all know I've been like dealing with some shoulder stuff, so I'm just trying to go light on my shoulders. But the first one, you're gonna be in a plank, and we're gonna take your weight, and you're gonna open up your hips, and you're gonna like row the crap out of this thing. So you're not gonna worry about staying in the plank. You're just gonna try to get like a one arm, big power row. And then you're gonna set it down, and you're gonna switch to the other side. Just one big arm, big row with that one arm. And if you can't do the one arm row with your weight because you need to have two hands on it, you can do 30 seconds of shoulder taps and then 30 seconds of like a kneeling row. So you'll be kneeling and you'll just pull it up high, elbows up high, popping it through, so it's a little bit different than the bent row you were just doing. And so that'll be the first minute. And then the second minute, if you want to do one arm on your weight, one arm, we're gonna do a squat plus press, and we'll do 30 seconds. and then switch to the other side. Squat plus press. But if you want to stick with your single weight, then you can just hold it with 2 hands and you can do your squat plus press. And then the last one, again, if you have your single weight, I'll show you that first. We're gonna have overhead, and then from here we're gonna do lunge steps. So if you can get all the way down and back up, that's great. If you're just kind of going halfway, that's fine too, because it's really just about the overhead stability. It's not really about the lunging right now. So just trying to do some kind of movement with that weight overhead, even if it's only a half lunge, that's fine. And again, if you gotta have 2, and we'll do 30 seconds on your right, and then 30 seconds on your left, same thing, or left, right, whatever. And if you have 2 hands on your weight, you can try that same thing, pressing it up overhead, and then doing your lunges with that 2-hand weight overhead. I'll demo it with my light weight. And you'll do that for 1 minute, rather than switching. Okay, questions, concerns? Let's do it. Okay, we've got like just the right amount of time to do our last set here. Okay, so it starts with those alternating power row in the plank. Ready, set, go. And so yeah, in the plank, you're just gonna pull up and then switch. And if you're doing the shoulder taps plus the kneeling high pull, 3, 2, 1, that's 30 seconds, so you can switch to that kneeling high pull if you want. More seconds. 3, 2, 1. And that's going to be that squat plus press. Three, 2, 1. We'll switch if you're switching. Otherwise, we're halfway. If you got 2 hands on your item. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. And now we'll go that one arm overhead or both arms overhead with a lunge. And again, it's okay if you're not going all the way to the ground. Just try to stay tight with your shoulder, squeezing that weight. Rib cage down, midline tight. It's full of water, don't spill. Three, 2, 1. Switch arms if you're switching. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, 2 more rounds of that. That plank power row. Three, 2, 1. switch to that kneeling high pull if that's what you're doing. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Squat plus press this time. Three, 2, 1, switch. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Overhead lunge. Three, 2, 1. Switch if you're switching. Ten more seconds, and we'll do one more round. 3, 2, 1. Plank row. Three, 2, 1. Switch if you're switching to the high pull. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Squat plus press. Last round here. Stay strong and steady. Three, 2, 1. Switch. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Overhead lunge, last minute. Whew. Three, 2, 1. Switch. you're switching. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Oh my goodness. The end.